All right, this is the last episode within the second season of Practical CRR. Brent Faulkner, Virtual Community Risk Reduction, and this is one topic that I wanted to say for the end because I think it's extremely valuable. None of us have the resources to be able to do everything we need to do and we want to do for community risk reduction. And there's a couple of areas that I think are a gold mine for us to be able to really implement programs and do programs that we couldn't do on our own. We don't have the resources to be able to do it, or very few of us have the resources to be able to do it. What I'm going to talk about today is partnering. Now, obviously, community risk reduction, we talk about partnering all the time, but this is a little bit different spin. This is partnering with our local high schools and our local colleges to implement community risk reduction activities, services, and products, okay? So a lot of us, we don't have these huge budgets to be able to film PSAs, to be able to write scripts, to be able to do graphic design. But guess what? Colleges and high schools, not that they have the budget, but they have the means to be able to do that, and they have the need for their students to have projects. So as community risk reduction professionals, what I challenge us to do is to go to our high schools, go to our colleges within our areas, and see what different programs they have to offer. If we want to make a PSA, do they have a video club? Do they have a film club? Do they have classes where students are learning the trade of making videos, making commercials, okay? If they do, this is a gold mine because these students, they have to have projects to work on. We're bringing them now their project, okay? We can go to them and say, hey, we want to do a PSA about drownings, okay? They already have the cameras, they have the crews, they have the people, the students that want to do it. They can help us to write scripts, okay? And they can also provide actors, okay? And this is all free of charge because they're doing it for credit for their class. Now, it's not just at the college level that they have these. Obviously, the high school level, we have drama, we have theater, we have music. All of these different things can be utilized for making the PSA as well, okay? Now, let's say that we want to redesign some of the flyers or the handouts that we may have. We can go to these same schools and see, what do you guys have in the way of graphic design work? And they can utilize that as a project to be able to update the materials that we might have, and then we can also get them out to the public that way as well. Now, especially if you have a college within your area, this can be very, very huge for you. My good friend Ed Camo, he pushes obviously the town and gown philosophy. Great group, absolutely support what they're doing. We can also take a look at participating in that, obviously, but let's go to the School of Psychology. Let's go to the School of Social Work within that campus and look and see, these are students that are looking to get into these fields. A lot of them have service hours that they have to come up with. They can work with us. When we have a repeat 911 abuser that really, they're not needing 911, they just need services, let's look at how we can potentially assign one of them to go with the actual social worker to be able to get things done. So now they're getting the social work experience that they need. They're able to apply the things they're learning. They're getting the volunteer hours, and it's taking away the man hours that we need with the fire service to be able to deal with some of these cases. And let's be honest, a lot of these cases, we're not the professionals that they need. They need someone else. They need someone to either listen to them, to counsel with them, whatever it may be. And these individuals and these groups within the colleges, they have the ability to take the time with them, to be able to get them the resources that they need and point them in the right direction. So colleges, high schools can be absolute gold mines for us. If we're willing to team up with them, if we're willing to make those relationships. And I really encourage you to look into the Town and Gown program, and as well as, meet with these different schools and see what you guys can do, come up with great ideas together so that we can move all of these things forward. Again, Brent Faulkner with Virtual Community Risk Reduction. This was the last episode of Virtual CRR, of Practical CRR, and we look forward to serving you guys in the future. Thank you.